you'll fall when you least expect it. You know what I mean? So I fell and I was mad at myself for falling. I told my dad that too. I think I did. I'm sure I did. But I told him that. He's like, I told you. I'm like, whatever. You don't have to try to rub it in.
You told him that I gave you a hand massage?
Huh? No.
Mm.
No, I didn't tell him that. But it was more than the hand massage, though. I don't know what it was. To this day, maybe it's the... Maybe it was the fact that it felt like you actually cared. You know what I mean? And I think that was probably it. I don't know.
Or was it that I was causing you pain?
No. Why would it cause me?
Why are you going like that?
Oh yeah, my hands were cramping up a lot.
And you like pain.
Oh. This is supposed to be a nice moment. You're over here going all sexual and all that. Jeez. Who would have thought in the beginning of the year, both of us, who would have thought we would be here? I wouldn't have. I thought I was going to be in the same place.
And then I fell super, super in love with you when we were listening to Christmas songs in Big Bear.
Really?
That's the first time I told you I love you.
Was it?
I wrote it on a rock. Yeah.
I know we wrote it on.
No.
No.
The
Yeah.
first time I told you was you were walking me to my car outside your house. And then you asked me about it, and then I told you again at Big Bear. Yeah, I really do love you.
I know it was in my car. It was outside. What's her name's house? I think. What's her name? Ginger? Yeah.
We were outside your house.
Really?
I said, I love you, Jesse.
What did
I said, I do. And I said, don't say anything, walk away.
Yeah.
And you're super tired. And then you walk back in. You didn't say anything, of course.
But you told me not to.
I know.
I remember that part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could have sworn you said it before.
Not the first time. And then the second time I picked it.
Remember that prayer that you did the night that I picked you up from Riverside?
No.
You don't remember the prayer?
Mm-mm. What was it? What did I say? I said, say it again.
When I picked you up, when I told you, oh, there's something that I have to get off my chest.
Oh. Okay, what was the prayer?
Your alarm went off. And do you remember?
No. Tell me what I said.
I probably heard it wrong.
Okay.
But no, I didn't hear it wrong because I remember calling Chris after.
Mm-hmm.
I remember calling Chris and telling her what you said in the
What did
prayer.
I say? Tell me.
You said something, but something that stuck out was a man I truly love. I'm like, what?
What I heard?
That's what you said. You said thank you for Jesse or something like that along those lines, and then that's when you said a man I truly love. I'm like, what? No?
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember? I wish we can go back to it, right? So you can remember it. I swear to you, you said that.
Yeah, okay. Probably. If I did say it like that.
It's what?
Riverside.
we were going into the freeway, and that's when you started praying. And then we got off the freeway, and that's when you prayed all through the freeway. And right when we got off, that's when you finished. And then we talked about how that if you were gonna that you were really thinking about being in a relationship with me, and if you would have stayed, that you would have been in a relationship with me.
Mhm.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang, right there and then you still you had like thought that you were leaving, huh?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, we were already packing and everything. Praise God. Praise God. It still trips me out that God made you exactly the way that like I used to pray for. Even the way that you care about me and talk to me. It's kind of funny, like where you hear people say, "Watch what you pray for." I used to like pray that like not when I was a little girl. This like was growing. Well, when I was a little girl, I used to pray for you too. Something to protect me.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying now is like.
Should I throw this away? I'm sorry.
What is it? It's for my stuff family.
Okay.
But then when I got older, like I would pray for like, especially in prison, I'd pray for a guy that I can respect and like that will like correct me when I'm doing something wrong, and then I'll actually like listen to and be like, okay, and like submit to. That's what I used to pray for. And like the way that your tone is, I don't like it. That's what I'm saying. Is that like how people say, watch what you pray for because you get it? No,
I get it. I get it now.
Yeah.
That's funny. You know what's funny? I prayed for you too, and I always prayed for a woman to bring me peace, which honestly you have. You know, and not in the aspect of that we never fight, right? But in the aspect of what I was and who I was a year ago. That's all I prayed for. I never prayed for looks or anything like that. But you know how guys are always looking.
I prayed for you to look like
But
girls are always looking for.
oh, I'm sorry, no, go.
No, that's what you were saying.
Girls.
You said you know how guys are always looking.
Oh yeah, guys are always like that's like the first thing that comes to mind. That's what kept on canceling out every single girl, because they always cared about their looks. You care about your looks, but you're natural. You're natural. You're naturally beautiful. That's it. You didn't try. You didn't. But at the same time, I wasn't even looking at your beauty. That was second. And I told you that before, you know. The beauty, to me, the beauty didn't matter. It was a story behind whatever. Like, what causes you, in my head, when I saw your cross earrings, in my head, I'm like, what causes this girl to give herself that scar? The scar on her wrist and those cross. She must have had a difficult past. That's what got me.
That's funny. That would usually make other people like leave and run.
Really?
Yeah, nobody wants like a crazy girl. Or to spend that much time, and that's a lot of work.
I mean, look at me now. I'm asking you about the things that you did.
Yeah. You're fascinated in me. You're just a weirdo. Most people would like not want to deal with it and like be like, oh no. Like normal people, yeah, they'll hear that and they're like, I'm out.
Normal people.
No,
I'm not taking an offense on you. I'm just thinking I'm not normal. Really? That's crazy.
I think they're like, you're too broken, you know what I mean? You're too much of a risk. I'm out. But you think my crazy is beautiful.
I thought your salvation was beautiful. Seriously, that's what it was. Seriously.
You're for sure my husband. Not that my story is beautiful, but my salvation.
Yeah.
You're drinking too, Jesse.
And it feels forever though. Right now, where we're at. It feels like we've been here for a long time. This situation, I mean. I've told you this before, but I'm pretty sure do you feel the same way or am I alone? Do you
What?
feel the same way or am I alone?
Well, what?
About feeling like we haven't even been together a year.
I know.
But it feels that we've been
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird.
When I thought that we were only together, when I saw we were only together for like 7-8 months,
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What? 3 months later, I think. 3 months after we said that we were dating, 3 months later we got married.
We were supposed to wait 6 months.
Who had that time?
Right.
I know I didn't. I always say, if you know, you know. Not if you know, but when you know, you know. So why even wait for it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like eating this thing right here.
I know. I always put it in the oven too long. Want mine?
I wanted to marry you like 2 months after. Shoot. You know what? Anybody can challenge me or whatever. But I know that it was meant to be. That it is meant to be. Because of what I went through. September through December.
Yeah.
You know? How that came to this. That's why. Because of what I prayed for.
Yeah.
And I said, screw it.
And you wouldn't be able to appreciate like love and like relationship that much unless you would have like went through all that. So like when God says it, like all the it says like God works all the, you know what I'm saying? Gosh, I can't remember it. Oh, here we go. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to His purpose. You remember that one? You always hear that. We know that God works all things for good. Yeah. That one. That's
Now here's the crazy part, right? It says all who love God, right?
yeah.
At that time,
And who
I
are
didn't.
called according to His purpose.
That's the part. According called according to its purpose. Because at the time I didn't have no love for anything. You know? Maybe Rose, but that's it. But at that moment I didn't care. At that moment I just said, I want to give up and I just want you to take control, that's it.
You gave him your will.
Yeah. That is some sort of love now. Thinking about it, I remember being in the dark, out cold, in the garage, when my mom told me that Marley wasn't going to come home.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought she was going to. I thought she was going to come home that night, and that worst case scenario, she was just going to stay the night at the vet. But yeah, my mom called me crying, and she said, Marley's not coming back. I was shocked. She's like, she said, I don't know if you guys want to come down here and say goodbye, or bring the dogs too. I'm like, okay, I'll get the guys. Before I got the guys, I was in the garage saying, why? What did I do to deserve this? Why am I going through so much suffering right now? Why are you taking so much away from me? You know, it just broke down. Because the week previous, before that, that's when my great grandma passed away. Like literally a week before.
Yeah.
Like, for example, she died on a Saturday, Marley died the next Saturday. And I said, I'm dealing with this BS right now. I'm like, why? What did I do? What's the point of this? I keep on telling myself that there's always a point in this. There's a purpose in this, and you have a greater purpose for me in this. But where is it at? I've been suffering for so many years, and I'm starting to think that this is just one big lie, and I just need to that's it. Like, what's up? I was so angry. I was crying and angry.